How's it going, guys? Pyromaniac here, bringing you part 3.5 since I was interrupted last time and I only had time to give you the, the
All of his
ending and
co-workers were
stuff.
gone. What could it mean?
So today I'm
Stanley
gonna be
decided to
giving
go to the
you, I
meeting
guess,
room.
one
Perhaps he
ending or
had simply
something, I
missed a
don't know
memo.
what. I'm thinking of a random ending, so let me see. I'm gonna go with the story this time. Username access? No. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the story this time to see what happens because I'm not really sure. Since, as you've seen, I've kind of gone against it most of the time.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Yes,
open
to the
doors,
door.
he entered the door on his left.
Already did, bro. I'm way ahead of you. Let's do this.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a
let's
wave
continue.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's wait for his narration. There we go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, let's go to the boss's office. Like a boss. The irony. And apparently there is no one here.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
I just
Not
did.
a living soul anywhere.
Okay.
Could he really be all alone?
Wait, what
This
did you
was
say? Like
too
a
much for
could
Stanley to
sound?
take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the
fucker is
guttural
doing that?
retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean?
okay.
Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas,
know,
it was
is it?
not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it.
Oh, it could be.
2845.
Two,
Statistically,
8,
nearly impossible to
4,
guess blindly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Now what? Smart guy. You go by the red dot. Ooh, red dot. What is this? Where am I going? Why am I going? What am I doing? Oh wow. I don't know about you guys, but I find this to be very improbable to like what could be happening in this world, but whatever. Alright.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Why is
It
that?
was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did
why
he
did I
feel
question
this
everything
now,
then?
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What question? I have no questions. I already have all the answers. Whoops. Let's see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There's... No, I'll go by escape. It sounds better.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, 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 no. I want to go back then. I will not face death.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Do I? Pressing keys? Well, screw destiny.
Nope, still on board with death.
No, maybe not. Maybe I should go back. No, really? No comments? I will face my death then. As horrible as it might be, I will face it with courage and keyboard pressing fingers. Yes.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh shit. What's gonna happen? So be it. Death it is! Did I just suicide? The, what the fuck? I. Uh-oh. Ah! I win. I did not die.
As the machine
No,
whirred
no.
into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh,
he reflected
shit.
that his life had been of no consequence
Oh, crap.
whatsoever.
Oh, crap.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No. Huh?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
What?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But I'm here. What the? Okay, I guess I live. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
No.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, what exactly did he
When
think he was
every
gonna
path you
accomplish?
can walk has been created for you long
What's
in
this?
advance,
It's a
death
gallery?
becomes meaningless, making life the
Stanley's
same.
computer.
Do you see now?
Office layout.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Get right. This courier has been moved out to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Filing cabinet. What the? Ah, so I was right. They were playing something. The buttons. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Okay. Okay, now what? This is the office, okay? Wait, credits? Wait, are you... Is this how the game ends? Oh, sweet! Maintenance room, an early version of the maintenance room. Alright, so I'm gonna guess. I don't know, but I believe this is basically a museum about something important. Like the green light. Oh, submitted the Stanley Parable green light. Valve process of approving games of Steam. The green light page has only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win a community approval. This seems very unlikely for me. What is this? The apartment timer. Why can't I reach this? This is peculiar. What am I supposed to do now? Like, stay in this area and see the whole thing? Oh no, wait, she said restart the game. What key is that? F6 is safe. I don't know what this is. The monitor room elevator. Oh, exit. There we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
Yeah,
How
sure,
they
why not?
wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Really? Okay, let me see what happens if I do this. Bitch.
Can
Ah.
you see?
Uh,
Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
What do you mean they
Listen
cannot
to
be
me.
seen?
You can still save these two. You can
Shit.
stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long
Yeah,
as you
sure.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
How about I
Whatever you
choose the
do,
best
choose
choice?
it. Don't let time
Death.
choose for you. Don't let time
Oh, I actually thought they were gonna stop. I'm sorry, Stanley. Rest in peace, you motherfucker. So what, did I just die? Is this the end? Must I wait for something else? No. Let's reset this, because that was stupid. Alright, there we go.
All of his co-workers were
not
gone.
again.
What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I? I am Stanley. I do not miss anything. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
When Stanley
Oh,
came to
yeah.
a set of two open...
No,
this
I'm
was
taking the
not
right.
the correct way to the meeting room, and
Right
Stanley
direction.
knew it perfectly well.
Did I?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
No.
to admire it.
No, I'm gonna skip this part because
Wow.
it's stupid.
Yes,
Nope,
this
nope, nope,
room.
nope, nope.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Yes.
first open door on his left.
How about no? How about I continue? How about I take this side?
Stanley was
Take
so
this
bad
side,
at following
and then go to that one.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Cannot jump from the cargo while it's more cause death. Penalty for use of cargo lift, penalty for jumping on the cargo. Whatever, let's see the cargo lift.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my god, that was amazing. That was the fastest end I've seen until now. Ah.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? What do you mean follow me? I don't see anyone. Click this again. Damn it. There, click. Squeak. Close it. Close it one
When
more.
Stanley came to a set of two open
Close that
doors,
one
this was
too.
not the correct way to the meeting room,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Stanley
yeah,
knew
yeah,
it
yeah,
perfectly
yeah.
well.
I
Perhaps
got
he wanted to
3
stop by the
minutes to do this.
employee
I gotta
lounge
do it
first,
fast.
just to admire it.
Okay.
The lounge
Nice.
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I took the first door open to my front. Then took my
Stanley
first
was
door
so
again,
bad
and
at
then
following
turned to the right.
directions, it's
And
incredible
then
he wasn't
proceed to
5
take you
years
to this
ago.
thing. Right?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
We did?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
Okay.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
everywhere.
zero consideration for others? Are
No,
you
I have
that
second
convinced
consideration
that I
for
want
you
something
because you're a
bad to
very
happen
crappy
to you?
narrator.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to
Do
show
you?
you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Okay.
Let me prove that I'm
Prove
on
it.
your side. Give me a chance.
Alright.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley
Open it.
walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Oh, no, no,
door.
no. I perfectly understand. I just don't really care. See? I don't care.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm pretty sure I did this before, but I'm not sure. This time, let's take the door. Yeah, whatever. Let's take the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I
would
wanted
you
to
mind
stop.
making another option
I would,
here?
we would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay.
And I think, well, I think I have a solution. Here,
Alright.
let me show you.
Ah, crap. Fine then. Suicide is the option!
What do we want? What are we looking for? Hmm?
What is this? What?
Here.
Oh my god, this is beautiful!
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay
right.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I
I
do
actually feel happy.
too. I see the light. I am going to die. Oh shit, I'm going to die, aren't I? Yes, I am. So, big man, eye in the sky or whatever you're called. What the hell do I do now? I'm not sure if this is happiness or I feel like I'm doing LSD or some shit. Well, apparently this has been all the time I have for now, so I'll bring back part 4 of Stanley Parable because it's actually a really good game. So I will see you guys in the next episode.